Good evening, you lovely lot. Happy Saturday evening, happy Saturday afternoon, happy Saturday morning, wherever you are across the globe. It's lovely to have your company. We have had an absolute cracking day all day today, and that's because we are right in the middle of our Crafters Inspiration event. It kick-started yesterday with Ben and Sarah, and then it's going to be ending tomorrow, midnight, your time across the globe. But tomorrow, you've got Ben again, and you've got Debbie and Robinson. They're going to be in with more of your, well, your Club Inspire deals galore. Now, when it comes to our Club Inspire event this whole weekend, what is it all about? Well, it's about giving you even more benefits from our Club Inspire. So therefore, if you've not already joined, please do so. It's completely free to join. It's across on our website. In your very first order, you'll get 20% off your first order. But this whole weekend, what that has been about is when you place an order and when it comes to checkout, I want you to pop in Club Inspire. Now, when you pop in Club Inspire, that's going to give you an additional 5% off your order. Now, depending on what level you are at Club Inspire, you're going to get a different percentage off each order. But when it comes to this whole weekend, whatever your discount is, you're going to get an additional 5% off. So just at checkout, put Club Inspire, and that's going to take a further 5% off. We'll talk you through all these additional ones throughout the show when we show you different products. But that is the first thing. Now, also, the more you spend, the more points you accumulate, which will then start to take you into different tiers of Club Inspire. So what we're doing all this weekend is not just giving you your normal points, not giving you double points, but we're going to give you triple points on all your order as well. So every order you place, you're going to get triple points on each one. Not only that, if I refer back to that additional 5% off on that code in Club Inspire, you can use it more than once. So if you've already used it yesterday, you can use it again today and tomorrow. If you've used it this morning, you can use it again today. If you used it twice yesterday, twice today, you can use it again as many times as you like, right up until midnight tomorrow. So take advantage of that. The other thing we're going to be doing as well when it comes to your first order within this weekend of our Club Inspire event, you are then going to get a badge popped into your order for you. You don't need to do anything. And as I found out actually, when we were off air there, and I was having a look on our website, it automatically gets added into your basket. I seen it popped up when I went to add a few things. So it's automatically done for you. It goes in. So that is all the additional benefits that we have got this weekend here on Crafters TV when it comes to our Club Inspire event. Even if there's nothing that really takes your fancy, as in you've already bought it before, or maybe you're thinking, well, Craig, you know, I just need to watch my money. We're getting a little bit close to Christmas, although we've got some cracking deals. We understand that. Take advantage of that extra 5% when it comes to your cardstock, your adhesives, your foam pads, all these different things as well. This is the perfect time to stock up on your essentials if there's nothing big at the moment you want to get your hands on because you've already bought it. What I would say as well, if you've ever thought about, considered getting our brand new G2, this weekend is absolutely the weekend to go through it. We'll talk you through that later on. But I am not on my own. I am here all day today. We've been playing your crafts right, which I failed miserably, as most of you will probably be aware. We went into our first masterclass. We're now into our second one, and I am here once again, ending the day with the lovely Lily.
Good evening.
Hi.
Here we are again,
Back
third
again.
time round, second masterclass of the day. Lots more deals to share with you throughout this masterclass, but we're going to be focusing on slightly different things. So if you did tune in at 3 p.m. UK time this afternoon, we're going to be focusing and shining the spotlight on a few other goodies as well that you might not have seen already. So I really do hope you can join us for this final 2 hours of the show. Demos lined up, deals galore, so it's going to be a super fun show. Get those comments in, get those questions in as ever, and let us know as well what you're shopping for on this Saturday night in the UK.
For sure. Talking about social, we've got Rachel is on the social this evening, so she's here for the final show this evening. We had Victoria for the first 2 shows. Now we're ending the day with Rachel. So anything that you want to ask while Lily is here, or you just want to comment away saying hi, as Lily said, let us know what have you purchased. Have you gone for the G2? Because you've waited for that absolutely stonking deal. This is the weekend for it, of course, taking advantage of those extra benefits from the Club Inspire. But so far, we've got so many of you tuning in. We have got Marcella is in saying hi everyone. We've got Pat is in saying hello from a sunny and cold New Jersey. I'm going to watch you on my phone while I rake some leaves.
Oh.
That's a very, I know we're in, certainly here anyway, we're into winter. That is a very lovely autumnal thing to do, I feel. Get out there with the rakes and get the leaves raked up. Jane Adams is in saying hi everyone from Las Vegas. We've also got Anna Marie saying good afternoon Craig and Lily from the Villages in Florida, and Phil Watson is in as well at the moment saying good evening. Well, good evening to you. I hope you're all wrapped up well for all of you that have been cold. I for sure, like many of us here, have not been able to get warmed up all day, hence why I keep topping myself up with hot tea. So I'm raring to go, which is the main thing. And guess what we're going to be starting with? If you've not already seen it today, or you didn't see the launch yesterday, wow. What can I say other than wow? We have got our ombre glitter card and our Neon Dreams paper pad. This is a showstopper. Now that doesn't just mean this is a showstopper. I've got more. This is our brand new paper pads. Ombre glitter and Neon Dreams paper pad. You've got your 12 by 12 and your 6 by 6. Now when it comes to your ombre glitter, it is a shedless glitter, 12 by 12, 6 by 6, 210 GSM, and you've got 24 sheets in each. Then we've got our, which is also nicknamed the Debbie Robinson paper pad. This is your Neon Dreams. Once again, 12 by 12, 6 by 6, 24 sheets, and that one is what? No, it's not. I keep going to say 120 for that one, and it's not. It's 300 GSM. These are big, thick, substantial card pads that we've got here. Now, not only are you going to be getting that, you're also going to be getting this as well. So you're going to be getting 2 of these paper handlers. So these are your 12 by 12. You're going to get 2 of these. Not only that, you're going to get my favorite 12 by 12 paper pad. That's your 24 sheets, 12 by 12, 250 GSM. You've got the baby pink, the lilac, the baby blue, and the yellow. Half is linen, half as per lesson, you're going to get that. You're also then going to be getting your Botanic Gardens, 250 GSM, 12 by 12, 36 sheets, and it's double-sided with a lovely sheen to it. And you're also going to get a full pack of your Centura Pearl, which is your Platinum, 310 GSM. All of that is what you're going to be getting for £65 or $83. Your platinum price comes down to £52 or $66.40. You're of course going to take advantage of that additional 5%. So at checkout, if you then pop in Club Inspire, that's going to take a further 5% off that platinum price there. It is absolutely exceptional. It has been such a flyaway success all weekend, even into today, so certainly grab it while you can. Now, to put it into perspective, when it comes to the value, if you want to go for just 4 paper pads on your own, you can absolutely do that. That would be £48.96 or $67.80. For these paper pads. Now, if you wanted to go for this on its own, so the 2 paper handlers and the card pads that I've just shown you there, you can do that. You can go for all of that, £56.95 or $71.91. However, this is when this incredible showstopper comes into play when it comes to the value. You're going to get it all for £65 or $83. That gives you that platinum price of £52 or $66.40. Taking again that 5% off when it comes to Club Inspire at checkout, and you're going to get the double points as well. Exceptional, phenomenal. Also, to put it into perspective, if you were to buy that separately and you were to buy this separately, that would come to £105.91 or $139.71. But you're paying $65 or $83. See what I mean? Absolutely phenomenal, that saving. So not only are you going to get the brand new paper pads, you're going to need your 12 by 12 cardstock, the pastel tones. I use it all the time. You're going to need that Botanic Gardens, which is brand new. Always need Centura Pearl, and you always need 2 lots of storage. That's why so many have jumped at the chance of going for this showstopper. So you're going to get all of that with your triple points as well. That is the win-win of, might even say, as well as the G2, with the additional incentives for Club Inspire weekend, that is the winner for me. Absolutely winner. Phenomenal. Phenomenal. I'm not going to flick through them, certainly the neon ones at the moment, or certainly the Shedless Glitter card, because what we're going to do is we're going to go straight across to Lilly, who's going to do a demonstration with a couple of products, but focusing on as well with this paper pad, Lilly.
I certainly am. And I mean, we always call them paper pads. It's just sort of what we do, but they are actually card pads.
They
like
are.
We say, with your Neon Dreams, 300 GSM, construction weight on that one. And then for your fantastic glitter ombre, that's 210 GSM. So again, still construction weight, but what I'm going to show you in this demonstration is that we can actually die cut it beautifully as well. So lots of different options when it comes to both of these fantastic paper pads that aren't actually paper. Technically they're card pads, but it doesn't have the same ring to it, does it quite? So what we're going to do is we're going to create a box. So all we've done to start with is we've taken 2 pieces of our multi-purpose card using the A3 size for this particular project, just with it being a slightly larger scale project. All we've done already is we've taken those 2 pieces and we've cut both of them down to 10.5-inch square. Then we've scored one on our box lid side of our scoreboard. You can see there we've got our little L to remind me, and we've scored one on our box base side. We've scored both of them at 2.25-inch depth. So this is going to give us a box with a 2.25-inch depth to it. Then what we're going to do is we're going to bring in some of this gorgeous glitter card from Mats and Layers. So here I'm working with the 12 by 12. So as always, I'm going down 1/4 inch increments for all my Mats and Layers. So let's start off by matting and layering some of our white card against that beautiful glitter ombre. I mean, that colour, that minty green going down to almost like a soft peachy blush colour.
Stunning, isn't it?
Absolutely gorgeous. I think the colours in this glitter card pad, there's something very expensive, very elegant and opulent about them. Just absolutely beautiful. And however you're choosing to use that particular sheet, particularly with the 12 by 12, is going to change that look and feel entirely. Choose one section and you're going to focus on one particular colour, but flip it round, choose another section from that paper pad, and then you're going to be focusing on a different colour. It's almost like you're getting lots of different packs of glitter card, but all in the one sheet, which is absolutely fantastic. Whether you're focusing on that ombre design or not, or whether you're just picking out small areas so it looks just like one solid colour of glitter card, you have got that option, and you've got so much versatility from each and every single one of those sheets, whether it's a 12 by 12 pad like we're using here, or whether it's actually going to be that smaller scaled down 6 by 6 pad. So what we've got here is we've got the same sort of idea. We're matting and layering some of our white multi-purpose card onto that glitter ombre. This colourway is just absolutely beautiful. I adore it.
I do too.
Slight little 1/4 inch border. It's just enough to give you that really delicate, really quite expensive look and feel. So what we've done with these is we've got two sort of the same. It's all the same sheet that I've used, but we've got two that's very much within the same section. But then the other two from exactly the same sheet, I've just focused on a slightly different area of that card pad. And how different does it look? You would have thought that's two different sheets that I've used, but that's actually exactly the same sheet of card from that pad. So it's giving you real versatility in terms of these colours. So let's have one going that way, and these are just our mats and layers that are going onto our box lid, and then we're going to bring in some of the dies like Craig said. We're going to be featuring some other items that we've got over on the shop today in just a moment. We're going to start off with these mats and layers because I did want to show you straight off the back how absolutely gorgeous this glitter card is and how it's going to work perfectly. So let's go and flip this for the other one. So on the other side we're going to have the paler pink at the top, and then we're going to have that lovely raspberry at the bottom there, lining that up. And then we've got our two which are slightly different and more similar to that main mat and layer that we've got on the centre of our box lid. So once again we're going to mat and layer these. So let's have one side where we've got our minty green on that left hand side. Such a beautiful colour. And then let's have our other one where we've flipped it round just for a little bit of variety in terms of our design. So let's go ahead, add a little bit of our collage all-purpose onto the back of there, and then that's going to be all of our mats and layers onto our box lid. So we can leave that to one side for just a moment while it sets and dries, and let's now focus on the decoration.
See, just while you've done that, Lily, Janine's asking, what glue are you using, please? I'm just a beginner, thank you.
No, there's no such thing as a silly question. This is a great question. We actually had the same question earlier. Now, when it comes to your coated card, like your glitter card, what our official line is, so to speak, is go for your collage tacky glue. So any sort of coated cardstock, we do recommend the collage tacky glue. However, you know, I never quite like to do things by the book, let's be honest. I actually do use my collage all-purpose. Now, the reason we don't recommend this for coated cardstocks is because this is actually a solvent-based glue. So what happens is, if you get this on your coated cardstock, it can actually strip away that coating. It's not that it's not strong enough to stick down your coated cardstock, because it is a super, super strong adhesive. The reason we don't recommend it is because we don't want you to strip away that coating. Should you apply maybe a little bit too much glue and it squidges out around the edges there. I find that if I'm quite careful and make sure I go in slightly from the edge and don't add too much glue, you should be all right as long as it doesn't squidge out the sides. But the best one we can recommend is your collage tacky glue for your glitter cardstock. You can also use your red liner tape as well, with that being super strong. So let's bring in some of the other dies that we've got on today's show. We're going to work with the Floral Meadow, which is part of that fabulous Scattered Borders and Corners collection. And all we're going to go ahead and do is take just literally a couple of scraps. So these were just my offcuts when I was doing my matting and layering. Just a few scraps of this gorgeous glitter card. Exactly the same sheet that we've been using for all of the pieces we've done so far. So we've got one that's going to be for our border, and then we've got another real little scrappy piece. I mean, never be throwing any of your cardstock away. You can always reuse all these little pieces of cardstock, no matter how small they are. They're going to be absolutely ideal for your die cutting, like what we're going to do in just a moment. Let's tape those down to make sure it doesn't move as it passes through the die cutting machine, and let's run this through our Gemini 2. Now, of course, we are using our Gemini 2. It's my go-to die cutting machine. With it being that larger format A4 size, it means that you can fit lots onto that plate to die cut all in one go. But with these being smaller format dies, they will fit through those smaller machines. Gemini Junior, we were telling you about that offer on the Rose Gold Junior, under 70 quid with all those discounts. Or whether it's going to be your Gemini Midi if you prefer your manual machines, or even your little Gemini Mini, these will fit through as well. So even if you're quite new on that crafting journey and you only have your small format machines, these are still going to work an absolute treat. But like you can see here, we're still creating quite a large project. So it's not always a case of just because you've only got your smaller dies or your smaller machines that you can only create diddy little mini projects. Absolutely, you can go large, supersize those projects and create something with real impact, like we're going to hopefully do here with this box. I mean, look at that one pass through.
So detailed.
It's amazing, isn't it? Would you have thought, I mean, personally, years and years ago, glitter card, let's be honest, it was naff. And I'll be honest with you, I found a pack that just the other day when I was doing a little bit of tidying of some really, really old glitter card. It's one of those, it was from a bargain shop, quite possibly a pound shop. And I literally picked it up out of the box, and within about a second of touching it, I was covered in the most, I'll be honest, it was revolting, this green glitter card. Why I'd bought it, I don't know, probably because it was cheap. And I thought, oh, it's a bargain, I'll get it. But it was absolutely awful. I mean, the thought of die cutting something like that, no chance. It was thick, it shed absolutely everywhere. The only place for it was the bin, quite frankly. And by the time I got down to the bin downstairs, I'd left a trail of this green glitter everywhere. The thought of die cutting something like that, especially with an intricate die like we've got here, honestly, you would never have even, it would never even cross your mind, to be quite honest, let alone get this sort of amazing result, one pass through the die cutting machine. And all it is a case of doing is just poking those pieces out. With it being a coated cardstock, sometimes they can sort of hang in your die a little bit just because of that coating, but you can see there they have die cut absolutely perfectly. How beautiful does that look in that fantastic minty green with the almost like a corally peachy colour on the other side. They look absolutely gorgeous and so easy with this lovely quality ombre glitter card.
They really, really are. The thing is as well, whether it is the 12 by 12 or the 6 by 6, within each one you've got 4 designs and then you've got 6 of each, so you've got plenty. Although for me, I do what I've done, and that was, you know, multi-buy on the ombre glitter. But yeah, at least you've still got 6 full sheets within each design.
Absolutely, it's an awful lot to get playing with, isn't it? And I think for this whole demo, prepping this and everything else, I think I've only used the 1 sheet, which is amazing to get that much value. So all we've gone ahead and done already is we've cut that same die 4 times. And what I've done, similar to my mats and layers, is I've done 2 for more of the greeny pattern. And I've done 1 where the green's at the top, 1 where it's at the bottom, and then exactly the same with the more pinky colour tones. These are actually going to go on our box sides to decorate our box lid sides. So we're going to go in sort of an opposite direction to our mats and layers. So where we've got our greeny mat and layer, we're going to go in with our pink die cut, and where we've got our pink die cut, we're going to go in with our greeny mat and layer, just for that little bit of interest, that little bit of difference, I suppose, on all of these. You might be wondering, how did I work out in terms of the size of my box? Well, all I did to start with is I actually started by measuring my dies. So I was looking at this and I knew that I was going to need a depth of about 2¼ inches for my box lid sides, taking into account my 2 mats and layers. And I just worked backwards from there. I find that's the easiest way when you are sort of working out those mats and layers in terms of what size you're wanting your box size, your depth, and the box lid size to be as well.
It's lovely to see Barbara, who messaged earlier on about the magnetic shim and having a pacemaker. Just about, hi again, ready for the show. Have placed my order for the Gemini 2, plus extra plastic shims and the Lazy Susan, which is, of course, the turntable. I am so excited. Thank you all for all your help. You are all amazing.
Oh.
You're very welcome, Barbara. I'm glad that we were able to help. For any that didn't see the show earlier on, Barbara was asking, she's got a pacemaker, so she can't have anything that's magnetic around her. So could she still use the Gemini 2 or any of the Geminis by taking out the magnetic shim, and can you pop something else in instead? And as myself and Lily said, absolutely. What you just want to do is the thickness of the magnetic shim, you just want to put that back in some other form. So whether it's bulking it out with cardstock, if you've got frosted shim that's at that same kind of thickness. So I'm glad that you've gone for it, Barbara. What I would say, Barbara, I know you can't use magnetic shims. What I would say is don't bin it. Maybe keep it in storage. Someone that you might know is crafting or anything like that, maybe gift it on to them. But I'm glad that we were able to help and that you have gone for it. Brilliant.
Yeah, you're going to absolutely love it. It's the most amazing die cutting machine. Honestly, I know we're going to say that, but the truth of the matter is so many of us that are on the team, before we had any sort of association with crafters, before we were lucky enough to work here at Crafters TV, so many of us already had a Gemini die cutting machine. And I think the fact that we've been championing this machine for years, whether we've had any sort of association with the company or not, tells you absolutely all you need to know for sure. I mean, let's be honest, all of us here on the team, we're pretty busy prepping our demos. We've got an awful lot of die cutting we have to do, got an awful lot we've got to get done in a short space of time. At the end of the day, we don't want to be making our lives any more difficult for ourselves. We don't want to have to be spending lots and lots of time die cutting, shimming up dies, turning them this way, that way, forwards and backwards as the song goes, or having to spend a lot of time poking the pieces out because it's not die cut quite right. You know that with that Gemini 2 die cutting machine, you're going to get that crisp, clean cut every single time. If you don't get it first time round, just add in an extra shim. Maybe you're going to need to add in that metal shim. We do also include that in the box as well, which I think is fantastic. So often with die cutting machines, other die cutting machines that you'll find on the market, they'll include maybe most of the plates, maybe a couple of cutting plates, but there's usually 1 or 2 missing. We absolutely do not do that with your Gemini 2. We include absolutely everything you need to get started in that box. So maybe it's the first die cutting machine you've ever had, maybe it's the first sort of crafty purchase that you've ever made. Well, first of all, I am so excited for you. I'll be honest, once you start crafting, that is it, but it's the most fantastic rewarding hobby. But once you start crafting, you have got everything you need there. You're starting off sort of at the top of the tree when it comes to die cutting. Why not start with the best that literally a crafter can get? Why not just go in with that best die cutting machine that you possibly can, rather than going for something that's maybe a little bit cheaper and not as good, and then having to upgrade eventually in the end? Then why don't you actually going straight for the best that you can get with your Gemini 2 die cutting machine, and you know you're going to be getting those results that you see us guys here on Crafters TV get day in, day out, and you will get those best results even if you are brand new to crafting. It levels that playing field, which is absolutely fantastic. So there we go, that's our 4 box sides all laid up with those lovely mats and layers, and then our die cut detail. Doesn't that look so pretty?
That looks so pretty.
Doesn't it look nice? And those colours are just absolutely beautiful. Now we've done a similar thing with our corners, so we've got 2 in the green and then we have got 2 in our pink. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring back out that tacky glue in our fabulous fine tip glue applicator, which is something, I'll be honest, I literally could not live without in my craft room. It is a godsend. It's incredible for gluing down all of your super intricate die cuts even, and getting into all that detail and making sure you get a good strong bond onto that gluing. The glue that I always choose to use inside of those bottles, those fine tip glue applicators, it's always my tacky glue. I never would put another adhesive into there. You can of course put your all-purpose, but for me it's always the tacky glue that I have inside these fine tip glue applicators. So what we're going to do for balance is we're going to have 1 pink on the top left, and then we'll go for a pink one on the bottom right.
Ooh,
and then
pink. I would not have guessed that.
Pink? Me? Pink?
You and pink? Never.
I don't like pink, do I? Maybe, just a little bit. For all the different colourways you're getting in this paper pad. We will have a little look after this demo. We'll have a little look in more detail at those different colourways that you're getting. I'll give you a little flick through that fabulous glitter paper pad and the Neon Dreams as well, so you can have a look at that one.
Yeah, I can't show you my paper pad because I've taken pages out to take home because I've not got mine yet.
Oh, blimey, me. Well, it might be a stop and search situation before he leaves the door tonight. Blimey, me.
I'd like to see you try.
Well, I'll tackle you to the ground for a paper pad, that's for sure.
I'm sure you would, Lily. I'm sure you would.
There's nothing I wouldn't do to get my hands on a new paper pad. You know what I'm like for a paper pad. Well, you know, what time is it? Oh, it's only 6:30. Oh dear.
Yeah,
oh, well.
Still before the watershed, as we'd say.
Yeah, well, mind you, Sarah Brown in Australia, she'll be sort of early hours in the morning.
Actually, so at the back end of the last show, she was about 2 a.m, 3. She must be round about 4:30 in the morning, something like that.
Sounds about right. Yeah. 9 o'clock.
9 p.m.
Yeah. How long does it go through for? I just think till it's the end of,
Yeah, I think it's about 6 a.m.
Yeah.
So those out of the UK, when we say the watershed, there is a reason as to why it's called the watershed, but watershed at 9 p.m, before 9 p.m, you couldn't have anything risque on TV, so you can't have any like kissy scenes or
naughty words or anything like that.
Or anything like that. After 9 p.m, TV shows and that, they could be a little bit more risky. It could be a little bit more risky between 9 p.m. and 6 a.m. in the morning. I need to check on Google. There's a reason why it's called the watershed, so that's why we tend to say the watershed. We'll have to watch what we say. Although, to be fair, we'd probably still have to watch what we say on Crafters TV, even if it was after 9 p.m. But yeah, that's what we mean by the watershed.
Absolutely. I mean, can you imagine if we did Crafters TV all through the night, blimey me.
Could you imagine? Oh, can you
That'd be
imagine an
fun.
X-rated CTV with naughty words and?
Oh, blimey me. There'd be some choice words, that's for sure.
Actually, we would just need to be our normal selves, wouldn't
Well, yeah.
Joking. Well,
Of course. No.
not sure
no.
if I'm joking or not. That Ben.
That Ben is a right
it's like butter
so-and-so,
wouldn't
isn't he?
melt.
Oh, blimey. Things that come out of his mouth, absolute potty mouth.
I know, not just the jokes.
Oh, yes. Anyway, before we get ourselves into any more trouble, let's go back to the pretty box. Nice, pretty box. You know, nothing risque or naughty about this box. So let's go back to the box. So all we've done is we popped our corners onto our box lid. And then now I'm actually taking some of the dies that are part of our fabulous fuchsia collection that we had a little look at on this afternoon's show, that gorgeous Nature's Garden collection. And we've taken those elegant oval nesting frame dies, and we're just layering those together in the centre. There's no way you'd think those two layers were actually die cut from the same sheet of cardstock, and that's the beauty of having that ombre cardstock. It gives you so much versatility from each and every single sheet. Then let's just pop a little ribbon bow onto that. Let's go onto there, something, ooh, choices, do you know what? I think I'm going to have it at the top like that. Let's just bend the legs of our bow out. I'm just going to trim the ends a little bit, trim those tails of my ribbon bow. It's a nice bow that's got sort of wire into the ribbon so it holds its shape really quite nicely. So let's place that onto there to finish that off. And then also I've taken another of the dies from the collection, those scattered corners and borders, this being those beautiful butterfly designs. You know what I'm like for loving all of my butterflies and florals, so I thought, you know what, let's work in the butterflies into this design as well. And all we're doing, rather than using that full border strip, we're just snipping into this design. So we're just going to use one single butterfly just as that finishing touch, that extra embellishment to really set this design off and tie everything together. Just showing how, although we've called them borders and corners, we can of course be using them as embellishments as well. And then I think I'm going to pop that down onto the bottom on there. Let's add a little bit of shape onto the wings of the butterfly just to make it look like it's flying free, which I think always gives your makes a really nice finishing touch.
Different slant that the ombre effect within the die cut makes, doesn't it?
It's amazing, isn't it, to think that this is just one of the designs that you're getting in that pad, and all the different colour tones I think is amazing. I think it's so super cool. I mean, I know personally I don't have any other cardstock that's anything like this in my crafty stash. I've certainly never seen ombre glitter card in 12x12 and 6x6 formats before, that is for sure. They are just absolutely amazing. So all it's going to be a case of doing now is actually just building our box. So we've got our box base and we've got our box lid. Just for speed, I think I'm going to use my tape pen. So let's bring in our fabulous box base. And then all we need to do is just pop tape onto our 4 tabs. So in our 4 corners, we have got those 4 tabs. Don't forget, as always, I think I showed this technique. I'm trying to think which show it was now. I think it was this morning's Play Your Crafts, right? But it's, you know what it's like when they all blur into one.
I do, don't.
The day
This
goes,
whole week for me is blurred into one.
I'm not sure about this whole week. It seems more like a whole year. Seems to be blurring into one. But yeah, I think it was, I want to say it was this morning's show. It was, yes, because it won demo of the show, that one. It was our box where we used our glitter card and our dancing dragonfly. The technique where you just snip the corners out, snip those small little triangles out of those tabs, and it's going to give you that neater finish when you fold this all together. And then all we need to do is just match those corners up to fold this so it's going to sit together nicely to form our box base. And then all it's going to be a case of doing is just making sure we've reinforced those score lines. So we've got those really lovely sharp creases onto our box base like so. Quite a nice deep box, so you'll be able to fit plenty of goodies in here. Maybe it's going to be Christmas gifts, maybe it's going to be sweets or chocolates, or maybe you make your own homemade fudge, or maybe it's just going to be a pair of socks that you want to make look a lot more presentable. Absolutely, it can be for anything at all, but plenty of room within this box, with it being 2¼ inches in depth. It's going to give you that nice, nice amount of room. So let's just pop some of our tape pen.
Lillian is saying that box looks perfect for patisserie cakes,
Ooh,
especially with
yeah.
that sentiment. Mary Jenkins on Facebook is saying, loving this box with the borders and corners. That ombre paper is magnificent. Rachel Brown is saying, I'd watch CCTV after hours.
Oh, blimey.
Sorry, Rachel, but I'm going to read it out because I think we'd all will be, and she's put, I'd be out of a job. I think that would be all of us probably if we were on after the watershed. Dean was just having a look there, and the watershed does exist in so many other countries.
Does it?
The time differs.
Oh,
Some
that's
it's maybe
interesting.
from 10 p.m. There's some that are maybe like from 11 p.m. at night. So maybe not everyone calls it the watershed. I did Google it, so once Lily's finished her demonstration, for anyone who wants to know that's curious, I'll read out exactly what it means. So it does happen across the globe, but it's different times.
Interesting. Well, in just a moment, we'll find out about our watershed. But in the meantime, that is our box created using those fabulous ombre glitter pads alongside our scattered borders and corners that I know we're going to have a little look at in just a moment. Doesn't that look pretty? But it would not look the same if it did not use those fantastic ombre glitter pads.
That is absolutely fantastic. How cool is that? How smart is that? What a difference that ombre effect makes when it comes to the glitter card. Talking about the shedless glitter card. So I've taken one of each here from the 12 by 12. Now you're going to get them exactly the same within the 6 by 6. Remember, 12 by 12, 6 by 6, you are going to get 4 designs, but you're going to get 6 of each. So there's one of them there. So you're going to get 6 of that sheet. I mean, look at that. Isn't that fab? And then you've got your second sheet. So more of that rainbow effect, shedless glitter, so none of that's going to come off, encapsulated glitter. Just to say as well, if you've got your Cricut, your Cameo, your Scan and Cut, anything like that, you can absolutely use. I wouldn't even change the blade depth. You might want to as a personal preference, but I believe certainly with the ones I've got, it's not necessary to do that. There's your third one, and then maybe probably one of my favourites, that fuchsia with the mints there, or the teals there. So that's the 4 designs. You are getting 6 of each, and it's exactly the same when it comes to, of course, the 6 by 6. So that one there, so that was using, of course, the Showstopper from the pads, but what we've got on the screen now that, what are? The ombre glitter card that you can see on the screen there, and your Neon Dreams. So that's going to give you your 4 pads. So these just launched there, was it just yesterday? Yesterday that these just launched there. So you're going to be getting all 4 of these pads, the 12 by 12, the 6 by 6, exactly the same from the Neon Dreams, 12 by 12 and the 6 by 6 as well. Not only that, when it comes to the Showstopper, you're going to be getting all of this. So you're going to be getting 2 of these paper files here. So you're going to get 2 of these ones that I've got. Not only are you going to get 2 of them, you're also then going to be getting your Botanic Gardens 12 by 12 double-sided shimmer cardstock. Say shimmer because it's got that nice little sheen shimmer to it. 250 GSM, 36 sheets. You're also then going to be getting your 12 by 12 pastel cardstock. So that's a mix and a combination of your linen and your pearlescent. 24 of them, 250 GSM. And of course, you're also then going to be getting your 10 sheets of your Centura Pearl, 310 GSM, and that's your platinum. And as I say, 2 of these. That is what you're going to be getting when it comes to your Showstopper. £65 or $83. Just to recap that value once again, £48.96 or $67.80 for just these 4 paper pads. For just these elements here, you're going to be $56.95 or $71.91. So you can go for them separate if you want to. Combined together, when I say combined together, if you pop that and buy that separate, you would be £105.91 or $139.71. But because it's the Showstopper, and just one click on our website, you're going to get all of that for £65 or $83, giving you a platinum price of £52 or $66.40 at checkout. Please, in the promo code, put in that Club Inspire. That's going to take off a further 5%, plus you're going to get the triple points, and you'll get your free badge as well. So that's that option, and that's what Lily was just using there when it comes to the ombre glitter card. What Lily was also using there a minute ago was a scattered corner and borders. Now these is also a Showstopper. There is a bonus buy that we'll flip across to Lily just shortly and talk you through. But if you want to go for just the scattered borders and corners, it's going to be giving you all of this within the Showstopper. So you're going to get your love hearts. Then not only are you going to be getting your love hearts, you're going to be getting the dazzling stars. You're also then going to be getting your charming butterflies. You're also going to be getting the floral meadow. You're also then going to be getting the graceful dragonflies. And you're also then going to be getting the boho dreams. Now within the Showstopper, you're getting that. Plus you're going to be getting your lilac Centura Pearl. So that is 310 GSM A4 in size. You're also then going to be getting your 280 GSM A4 in size craft cardstock. You're also then going to be getting your rose gold 10 sheets of your shedless glitter card. You're also then going to be getting a tape runner, and you're also going to be getting, once again, my favourite 12 by 12 paper pad. So all of that is £70 or $90. Your platinum comes to £56 or $72. Taking into account your additional 5% by putting in Club Inspire, then that's going to come down by a further 5%. Also, to put that into perspective, so all that cardstock I just showed you there and that tape runner, you would be, just that on its own, £40.95 or $53.88. Now, bringing that all together within that Showstopper, essentially, what that works out as, you're going to be getting all of that for £20. You're going to get all of that for £20 or $20 when it comes to the value of the Showstopper. So putting that all together, £70 or $90 with your platinum price, £56 or $72, which is exceptional. Please take into account you're going to be taking your 5% off as well. Now, if you want the bonus buy, you can do that. So the bonus buy is consistent of exactly what I've just shown you here. It's also then going to consist of what Lily's away to show you. So I'll go over the price, and this is just the today's price. So the Showstopper of the scattered corners and borders and all that cardstock, plus what Lily's away to show you at the today's price, £99.50 or $130.50. That's before Club Inspire, that's before your additional 5% as well. So it's all of that, plus it's your card and paper bundle, Lily, isn't it, from the Wild at Heart?
It certainly is. And oh my goodness me, this is just, it's a little bit of me, I've got to say. We were talking on the earlier show about how I love my leopard prints, how I love my pinks, and how I'm actually going to be theming my craft room sort of around this collection. And to be able to get this for half price when you're going for those amazing scattered borders and corners, oh my goodness me, you certainly have to throw this one into your basket as well. You'll see the details at the bottom of your screen. Your Wild at Heart paper pack special, and it most certainly is special, let me tell you. Usual price is £60.95 or $82.75. Today's price, £59 or $81, of course, half price though when it goes as part of your bonus buy with that Showstopper. So let's have a little look at what we're getting. We're going to have to start off with a 12 by 12. 37 glorious sheets, 180 GSM, single-sided matte cardstock. So if you want to be adding your inks onto here, you could. If you want to be adding your glitters, maybe it's going to be those flock powders that we brought to you as part of this main collection. Perhaps it's going to be your gilding waxes, your gilding flakes. Absolutely, you've got that option to be able to add all of those different finishes onto this cardstock with it being that uncoated finish. You've got the slightly more heavy and full design on the front, and then you've got the slightly more toned back design on the reverse. You've got all of those faux textures in there. You've got the animal prints, you've got those beautiful florals as well, layered on top of the zebra prints, the tiger prints, those cheetah prints, beautiful florals that you can even snip out of here. Colourways are absolutely gorgeous. You've got those lovely, strong, more neutral colour tones like your browns, your blacks, your whites, and then you've got the pop of colour from the flowers as well. I have to say, I think that one is my favourite. I think this thing's so stylish and designer looking about that. And then as we come to the very back of our paper pad, you've actually got all of your sentiments included. So just take your trimmers or your guillotine and you can start to snip out all of those sentiments to finish off your makes absolutely perfectly. So that's your 12 by 12 paper pad. Exactly the same when it comes to your 6 by 6 paper pad. We've just scaled those designs down, so another 37 sheets of exactly the same designs, but just a little bit smaller, so ideal for those smaller scales of projects. And once again, at the very back, you've got all of those sentiments included as well, but just a little bit smaller in size. Next up, we do love to bring to you our fantastic quality linen card, and here we've got a 24 sheet bumper pack of your luxury linen card, 250 GSM in weight. It's acid and lignin free, so you can be using it for your scrapbooking as well. All the colourways, they're going to match perfectly with the paper pads we've just had a little look at. Now, I do love my linen card, but perhaps you want to be giving your makes that slightly more opulent, slightly more luxurious finish. Well, we've got our luxury card pack here as well. This is 12 by 12 inches in size. This is 20 sheets filled with this 300 GSM. You're getting a mix of your gorgeous glitter card, you're getting your satin card, and you're also getting that high shine mirror as well. How beautiful is that? But those lovely colour tones that you've seen in your linen card, the colour tones that you've seen in your paper pad, they're all going to match with this card pad as well to give you the most gorgeous luxurious finishes with your glitter and your mirror card in there. And then finally, the absolute cherry on the icing on the top of the cake, the piece de resistance, as they say, is our fantastic special effects pad. So you can see on the front there all the designs you're getting. So that does do it a little bit of a disservice, I have to say, because this is actually special effect tactile cardstock. It's what we were talking about on that earlier show that I'm going to start to decorate some of my storage in my craft room with. So you've got that UV sort of effect on some of those, and then some of them as well have actually been flocked. So you have that texture. I was going to say faux texture for a second then, but it's not. It's real texture. You've got almost like that faux velvet effect finish onto these designs. So you get each and every single one of those designs. You can see on the back of the pack there, but it's a little bit more special because you do have the texture onto there. 24 beautiful sheets. Once again, acid and lignin free, 8 by 8 inches in size. These ones are single-sided and they're 180 GSM, but that for me is the absolute game changer when it comes to this collection. It's absolutely beautiful. Unlike so much you'll see out in the craft market, it's very rare to see flock paper pads, and for that sort of price, it's absolutely incredible. So definitely, if you're going for that showstopper of your scattered corners and borders, I would definitely add in that bonus buy to get this amazing collection of all these papers, all that cardstock for half price. You cannot go far wrong with that in my book, that is for certain.
You certainly can't. So there we go. Options, options, options. As I said to you earlier on within the first masterclass of the day, what we like to cater for is all these different options, whether it's the big collections with the bonus buys, or whether you want to go for individual bundle collections. You can absolutely do that. So you want to go for all of that, £56 is a platinum price, $72 taken into account. You're also going to add in your Club Inspire code at the promo code at checkout. That's going to take a further 5% off, get your triple points, and then you'll also get your free badge if you're not already placed an order within this Club Inspire event. What we're going to do is we're going to take a little break here. We're going to give you the opportunity to check out your baskets, as I said earlier on as well. It's not yours until you check out your basket. So if you want to go for that ombre glitter cardstock, and even those that are going for the scattered corners and borders, now's the opportunity to secure your order, and myself and Lily and the team will be back just in a couple of minutes.
Welcome to Crafters TV. With more than 35 hours of live shows each week, it's your home for all things craft. We shine the spotlight on new and innovative crafting products with live tutorials and demonstrations. Join our family of craft experts where fun happens every day.
Are we in trouble or are we all right?
Yeah.
Should be coming in. Should be coming.
What did you do?
Exactly
What
how
did you do?
it looks.
This is awesome. This is awesome.
Get creative and craft along. With our amazing deals, your next craft project is just a click away. Tune in live 7 days a week, or you can watch us on Catch Up at crafterscompanion.com, Facebook, or our YouTube channels. You can chat to us, craft along, and meet new friends by joining our online crafting community.
And I watch you every day, and it's just what really gets you through when you're really at rock bottom.
There's a show for every type of crafter, from first-time dabblers to full-time makers. Crafters TV, create every day.
Hi, I'm Ben from Crafters TV. As you may know, we've just launched an amazing new website, our new home of papercraft to house all of your crafty needs. And as we've had a bit of a makeover, I'm here today to show you how to check out Crafters TV on our sparkling new website, including how to watch live, catch up with previous shows, and how to view the latest schedules. So, let's get started. First, go to the Crafters Companion homepage. Select the correct location at the top of the page. Click the Crafters TV icon on the top right-hand side of your screen. To watch the show live on the website, click the Watch Now button in the middle of your screen. You'll be taken to the relevant show page where you can watch the show, shop the show, and shop the day at your leisure. To view the Crafters TV schedule, click the View Our Schedule button in the middle of your screen. You'll be taken to the TV schedule where you can browse each date plus all of the shows that are on that day. You can then click on each show to be taken to a page where you can watch and shop the show. If you want to catch up on a previous show, hit the Catch Up button on the purple Crafters TV bar. Then you can scroll down to see all of the previous Crafters TV shows from recent days. If you're looking for something specific, you can click the Craft Expert craft area, shows and date filters just above the list of shows. Take a moment to browse until you see the show you want to catch up on, then click onto the show. You'll then be taken to the catch-up page where you're free to watch the show and check out all of the crafty goodies on our Shop the Show and Shop the Day pages. Enjoy.
All right, I've just found another corker here and I've said to Dean, right, we need to bring it in. We need to bring it in when it takes into account your 20% platinum discount and then your 5% on top of that. And that is our luxury card pack, 6-piece card collection here. That means you're going to get, now you guys know how much I love our luxury card stock. So what you're going to get your luxury gold. So that is, now we say 30 sheets, that's 30 A4 sheets, 10 shedless glitter gold, 10 mirror gold, 10 satin gold. Now these bits at the front, these are extras, these are freebies. You don't count these little bits here, so you're getting them for extra. So let's just say full sheet, so that's 30 sheets of your luxury gold. You're going to get 30 sheets of your luxury green. So once again, 10 shedless glitter, 10 mirror, 10 satin. Keep in mind, these are worth $9.99 each for here in the UK, or $15.95. You're going to get your ice blue. So 10, 10 and 10 again, plus your extras on the front. And you're also then going to be getting your luxury silver. So those four are what you are paying for. But when it comes to what you're getting for free, you're going to be getting your purple for free. And then you're also going to get your precious metals for free as well. So you're paying for 4 packs, and then you're going to be getting them completely free. Now, when it comes to your price, you're going to be £39 or $63. Your platinum price, of course, your 20% discount is £31.20 or $50.40. Now, when it comes to taking into account your platinum price, that means here in the UK, you're going to get that for £29.25. So sorry, that's taken into account your additional 5%. So your platinum price, £31.20 or $50.40. When you put in that promo code, Club Inspire, it's going to take a further 5% off. That means here in the UK, you're going to be getting it for £29.25. I mean, for all of that. What I will say is we don't have much. And that's what Dean said. The reason he was a little bit in hand, should we bring it on, is because we've not got much. But for anyone that's not seen it on the website, I think it's worthwhile just letting you know that it is here just while we've got some at that price there. You're going to get your triple points on that as well. If you're wanting to stock up on your luxury card stock, then please do. This is the absolute time to be doing it. Precious metals for free and the purple for free. You are paying for your silver, you're paying for your blue, you're also then paying for your green and also your gold. Just to quickly say as well, the shedless glitter within the blue and the shedless glitter within the silver, they are 2 different tones. So don't think as though they're exactly the same tones, they are completely different tones. So all of that £39 or $63 at today's price, which in my view is so good anyway, but your platinum price at 20% comes down to $31.20 or $50.40. Taking off that additional 5% at checkout, of course, Club Inspire. Certainly here in the UK, it's going to come down to £29.25, triple points as well. Grab it while you can before that one goes. So that's that one that you can then go for. What we're now going to be having a look at is the assorted 4-piece selection. So that is that with Lily. Rightio. Lily, over to you.
At this. Now, I love our knitwear collections. We've brought you a few of our knitwear ranges over the years, and this is a fantastic price point. If you want to have a little dabble, little go at some of those knitwear ranges, perhaps you've never tried them before, then what a great place to start with this selection. Amazing price. It's what we sort of call a pocket money price. Maybe you've only got a few pounds or a few dollars to spend with us today, but you still want to treat yourself to something to get crafting with, and this is going to be the ideal one to go for. Platinum Club price, before you even take off that extra 5% with that code Club Inspire, is just a tiny £8 or $12. Triple points on this one as well, and it's also going to earn you that free gift of our fabulous Club Inspire pin badge. Now what you're getting as part of this collection, you're getting a really nice selection because you're getting dies, you're getting stamps, and you're also getting some fantastic embellishments as well, which we'll have a little look at in just a few moments. But first up, we have got from our Knit with Homebody collection, we've got our floral arch. So you've got that beautiful die that's going to cut almost like that archway, that gateway if you want it to be. It's going to be ideal for all of your wedding cards, maybe it's a new home card, or just any sort of beautiful celebration card. I'm thinking maybe even retirement cards, that's going to be ideal for. But alongside that main die, you also get the embellishment dies. So you get that almost like a little plaque that you can pop onto the front of that archway. Maybe it's going to be initials for a wedding. Maybe it's even going to be the number of a new house for that lovely personal touch to your creations. And then as well, you do get 2 of those sort of floral swags, so you can start to build up the foliage and the flowers onto that archway if you so choose. Now next up, I do love my stamps, I do love my dies, and I do love my florals, so this is definitely right up my street, this being our elegant roses. Now you've got the stamp, which you're going to be able to cut out using that mashing die and bring in your different colourways, bring in your different colouring mediums, whether it's your aqua pens, your tri-blends, whether it's your ink pads, or perhaps you're just going to heat emboss it in something like a gold embossing powder and not even colour it in at all. You're still going to get the most fabulous finished results. Use it that way, use it in the other orientation, it works either way. It's just a beautiful floral swag that you can use for so many different occasions. Next up, talking of flowers, we can never get enough of them, that is for certain, but maybe you like to create your 3D flowers, whether it's going to be in your foam like we have done here, perhaps it's your papers, your cardstocks, even your vellums, your crepe papers or your tissue papers, or even fabrics for your applique. You've got the ability to do that with this plethora of dies that we're including. All those different petal sizes and shapes as well, and the leaves are included too. So you can finish off your floral arrangements absolutely perfectly. And then finally, you know what I'm like for loving my embellishments, we are bringing to you the most fantastic pack of embellishments here. You're getting all sorts within this pack, a 68-piece collection here, comprising of your buttons, 4 different colourways. You've got your 4 different colourways of your ribbon, satin ribbon there, that matches the colours of your fantastic buttons. And then finally, we're also including some of that lovely lace as well to give your makes that really delicate look and feel. Such a fantastic collection. Lots you can do with all these different stamps, dies and embellishments. Maybe you're mixing and matching papers that you might already have in your crafty stash. Maybe you've got other dies that you're going to be using alongside these. You're going to get the most gorgeous looks and finishes with these. Using those lovely flower dies with your foam to create your foam flowers, bringing in those embellishments. It's a kit that's very easy to work with. It's going to be one of those that's going to mix and match with lots of different items you've already got in your crafty stash. But quite frankly, for that price point of just £8 or $12, it's an absolute steal of a deal, and one to definitely just throw into your basket and treat yourself today. Why not? It's November, it's cold outside, the weather's horrible. Time to treat ourselves, that is for certain.
Brilliant, thank you for that, Lily. Sean's in saying really, really lovely box there, Lily. Janina's saying thank you for the lovely demos and tips. We've got Wanda is saying, so Wanda Sexton on Facebook is saying, enjoying the show as always. Did order the corner punches and the mount board. Brilliant. Craig, I'm unboxing the foil press right now. Any expert advice for the very first run? What I would say is obviously it's very hard for me to explain what to do straight away within this live show. Go across onto our YouTube and just type in our foil press shows. I've done masterclass, craft alongs, tuition. I've done loads and loads and loads. So just have a look there and you're going to see where it gets started. Just keep it very simple with your cardstock and get playing. That's my best advice for all of that. Also, we've got a quick question here, Lily. Dietta's saying, what inks do you use on the... right, so this is actually a good one. Maybe not everyone would always know this. What inks would you use on foiled coloured cardstocks?
I would use something like a StazOn. You want something that's permanent, that's going to dry. Something that's water-based, unfortunately, you will end up smudging. What you could do is potentially heat emboss, but you don't know whether that foil is going to be heat resistant or not. So the best choice you've got to go for is a StazOn ink pad. It's a solvent-based ink pad. Unfortunately, we don't do them here at Crafters Companion. But just have a little look on Tinterweb for your StazOn, StazOn ink pad, and that's the one that's going to dry on not just porous but non-porous surfaces as well. So we're thinking acetate, we're thinking coated cardstocks, we're thinking glass, ceramics, anything like that. Your StazOn is going to dry on there.
Awesome, thank you for that one, Lily. Also, just say for you guys stateside, when it comes to that big card bundle, with your platinum price plus the extra 5%, you'd be $47.80. $47.80 for all of that one. I worked that one out, so good for you if you're going to grab them. Right, we're coming to the end of the very first hour of this last show of the day. Let's have a quick look at our ribbon, thread and dies, because when it comes to this one, essentially it works out you're paying for a Create a Card and a ribbon, thread and border set, and you're going to get another one for free. So you're going to then be getting these, all of these ones, for £19 or $23. So you're going to get your Alluring Aztec. Now what's great about these ones are the edges of each of these sides are movable. So you can cut in, or of course you can cut out. You can create on an edge, the left or the right, or you can create a matten layer for it. You're then also going to be getting your Create a Card, your Charmin lace. So you've got your outside edge, so again you can cut in or cut out. Don't always have to do your ribbon, you can do your paper weaving if you want to, twine if you want to, or don't do any of it, just use it as a Create a Card design. Then you're also going to be getting your modern geometric. So same kind of concept as I showed you just at the start there. You can cut in, or you've got your movable edge dies to create the left hand edge, right hand edge, matten layer if you want to, or you can just cut in. And then you're also going to be getting your elaborate lace. These are going to enable you to do things such as these. So whether it is on the edge of your card, whether it's going to be on the side of your card, maybe you're going to go direct straight in and start to bring your satin ribbons or your organza ribbons in. You're maybe then going to go at an angle, back to back, side to side. Maybe little dinky cards you can start to do as well. Maybe you want to use the ribbon, thread and edgeable dies in these ways here. Lots of beautiful ways. So you're going to get all 4 sets. There's 10 dies in total that you're going to be getting for £19 or $23. As I said, it is kind of working out that you're going to get a Create a Card and an edgeable is what you're paying for, and then you're going to be getting the other Create a Card and the edgeable for free. You're saving £20.96 or $24.80. When it comes to the platinum price on that, you're going to be £15.20 or $18.40. Once you get to the checkout, and I'm going to keep on saying it till the end of this day, and that is put in, of course, your Club Inspire. So if you're going to go in with your Club Inspire, put your Club Inspire promo code in at the end. That's going to take off a further 5%. You've got your triple points as well. You're going to get that as well. So take that into account when you're across on the website if you're going to go for these. Absolutely exceptional deal within these ones, certainly when you don't have to use them to be waving all your card and paper or your ribbons all the way through. Although it's a good one to be using any excess ribbon. So when it comes to these ones, the perfect ones that you're going to be wanting to use when it comes to die cutting machine is the Gemini 2. We've got this at the most incredible deal when it comes to the Gemini 2. It is the best deal that we have done. £199.99 or $299.99. Your platinum price is going to come down to $159.99 or $239.99. Now you're going to, of course, get your additional 5% on top of that when you put that promo code in at the end, and when it comes to the value of that, you're going to get triple points on top of that one as well. Definitely the best time ever, in my opinion, to go for the G2. You're going to get all the plates to go with it as well. It's the most up-to-date die cut machine out there in the industry so far. You're going to get it quicker and quieter. You've got the USBs, you've got the non-glide, you've got the optical sensors as well. So that's there on the website for you to check out, and that is our brand new Gemini 2. We are now into the final hour, our last live show of this Saturday evening. Do not worry, you've still got another full day of our Club Inspire event coming tomorrow with Ben and Debbie. It kick-started yesterday with Ben and Sarah. We're running it all throughout today with myself and Lilly, and it is all about Club Inspire. Club Inspire, for anyone that doesn't know, is of course our club here at Crafters Companion and on Crafters TV, and essentially the more you spend, the more benefits that you get. Now when it comes to one of the main benefits this weekend is a further 5% off when it comes to your order. So when it comes to the checkout at our website, when it comes to the promo code, pop in Club Inspire. What you're going to get is you're going to get a further 5% discount already on top of the discount that you already get. So for example, if you're platinum level, you get 20% off your order. By popping that promo code in at checkout, you're going to get a further 5%. No matter what level you are at Club Inspire, you will get that additional 5% by putting in that promo code. But not only that, instead of just giving you normal points, and instead of giving you double points, this weekend we are giving you triple points. So that really does come into effect if you go for something substantial like your G2. What we're also then going to be giving you as well, when you place your first order within this Club Inspire weekend, we're going to give you a brand new Club Inspire badge that we can see just here. As I noticed earlier on as well, when I went to add the stuff to my basket, it automatically is added to your basket at checkout. So you'll see it there. You don't need to do anything. It's already there in the checkout. And then when it comes to your order, the guys and the girls in the warehouse, just right round the corner, will automatically put that in for you as well. So lots and lots going on this weekend. It will end midnight tomorrow. So yes, you've got Ben and Debbie all day, but once they end for their last live show tomorrow on Second Chance Sunday, you'll still have up till midnight your time to take advantage. Even if there's nothing at the moment that you think really takes your fancy because you've already got it, maybe you're still thinking about, of course, Christmas is coming up. You have to watch your pennies, which completely understand. Having that extra 5%, perfect opportunity to take advantage on stocking up on your cardstock, your plates, as Lily said earlier on as well. We've even got them in the sale at the moment across on the website, which is just crazy. And it's the G2 plates, it's the new ones, they're in there as well. Adhesive foam pads, all of that, take advantage with that additional 5%. So that's exactly what so many of you have been doing, that you've been telling us. We've got Rachel on the social this evening. We had Victoria all day and Rachel for the last part of today. We've got Janine saying thank you for the lovely demos and the tips as well. We've also got Dieta as saying thank you, Lily, as well, on the advice that you gave her with the cardstock. Right, well, we'll go back and have another look at this cardstock, and the reason we keep looking at it is you guys are loving it, which I'm not surprised. You're going in your droves for this bundle of the cardstock. It just launched yesterday with Sarah and Ben, and it is, of course, our ombre glitter card. Not only are you going to get your ombre glitter card, you're also then going to be getting your neon dreams as well. This is a showstopper, so you're going to be getting your ombre glitter card, 12 by 12, 6 by 6. Both of them are 24 sheets. Both of them are 210 GSM as well. When it comes to the neon dreams paper pad, 12 by 12, 6 by 6, 24 sheets, and that one there, it is 300 GSM. So you're going to get all of that, plus you're going to be getting 2 of your paper handlers. So these are your 12 by 12, so you're going to get 2 of these, and you're going to be getting your 10 pack of Centura Pearl, 310 GSM, and it's platinum. You're also then going to be getting your 12 by 12 pastels. So this is 250 GSM, 24 sheets, half of it is linen, half of it is pearlescent. And then you're also going to get your Botanic Gardens, which is just relatively new to the range as well. Double-sided, nice little shimmer, 12 by 12, 250 GSM, 36 sheets. All of that is what consists of your showstopper, £65 or $83. You've got your platinum price of £52 or $66.40. And of course, you're going to get your additional 5% at checkout once you pop in Club Inspire. Triple points on top of that as well. If you were to buy that separate and that separate, it would mean you'd end up paying £105.91 or $139.71. So you can see that value already. When it comes to that showstopper, you're going to get it all for that £65 or $83 plus whatever, of course, your Club Inspire member price is. Exceptional deal. That's why so many of you have been going for it since yesterday, all throughout today. Many that I've seen as well are going for the showstopper, and then you're going in for the bundle of just the cardstock, which you can absolutely do. It's all there across on our website, .co.uk.com or .eu. And I believe we are doing that. We're going to go right across to Lily to be having a look to see what she's about to be showing us.
Yeah, we've had a little bit of a play with the glitter card, the gorgeous glitter ombre card, so I think, do you know what, it's time to crack out the neon dreams and let's have a little play with that fantastic paper pad. Now for this demonstration, we're going to be working with both the 6 by 6 inch pad and the 12 by 12 inch pad, and I want to show you how ideal this is going to be for all of those construction projects. 300 GSM means it's construction weight, but this is a printed cardstock and it's a pearlized cardstock as well. So perhaps you might look at this at first glance and wonder how well this is going to score. Well, I'm going to show you in this demonstration how perfectly this is for all of those scoring projects. Now, I'm not sure if we've still got this over on the website, but as part of our amazing outlet sale, I know we had a fantastic deal on our original template library. So do check out the website to see if our template library is still in stock. Amazing price on this, and this is exactly what we're going to use to create this particular project. I'm actually going in with the very first project within the booklet. So I've got my recipe card booklet here, and we're going to create the milk carton gift box. So on the front, you have got the photo of the finished project, a little bit of a serving suggestion as to the sort of colourways and papers and decorations you can use. But then as you turn the page, you've got all of those step-by-steps in both Word and pictorial format as well. And it's giving you that project there in black and white, so it's really easy to follow along. So that's our recipe cards. And then we need to actually flip across to our template booklet, which you do also get included. And we know it's template number 1, so all we need to do, very satisfying noise, is actually remove our template from that binder, and we're all good to go and start creating our project. Now you can see here, we have got that double-sided card. The card that I'm actually going to use for our design is that pattern there. So we're going to actually draw onto the reverse of our design, just so that then I find you don't always need to even rub out those pencil lines if they are on the reverse of your cardstock. Now, rookie error, I've not got myself a pencil, so let's find a pen and we can draw around our template. Now, of course, when you're at home, you will be using a pencil to draw around, or I know some of you do like to use your heat erasable fabric pens. Of course you can do that, but just so that you can see these lines a little bit easier for you guys watching at home, we're just going to go in with a fine liner pen so that they're just a little bit more visible. So what I always say with any template, if you've got a couple of straight edges, line that up with the straight edges of your cardstock, and then you've got 2 less edges that you basically need to draw around, which is absolutely fabulous because it's going to give you that neat finish, but it's going to make things a little bit quicker and easier as well. And all it is a case of doing is just taking your pen or pencil, whatever you're using to draw around with, and just following those lines that you've got on the template. And the fantastic thing, well, let's be honest, there's lots of fantastic things about our template library, but one of the things that makes it super easy, especially if you're a beginner, you've never made 3D construction projects like these before, not only do we give you that template, but we actually also label it absolutely perfectly. So you've got all the score lines marked on there. It's going to tell you if it's a cut line, it's going to tell you if it's a matte and layer. So literally absolutely everything is included as part of that template. There's no sort of guesswork at all, which I think is brilliant and makes it a lot easier if you are a beginner. So on this piece, obviously, we're not going to mark out our embellishments because we'd be using a separate piece of cardstock for those. And what I tend to do with my score lines, I won't mark that full length of the line. I'll just pop a mark on one edge and the other edge, and I find that is sufficient to know exactly where to score. Then all we need to do once we're finished with our template is literally just take our binder and then just slot that back into our binder. We can store that safely in that binder, so it's good to go next time we want to be using our template library and finding all of those fabulous templates. Then all we need to do is just take a pair of scissors and then just go around the outside of our template. We'd just snip all around the outer edge of there, so that then we would end up with our finished piece, something a little bit like that. Popping those score lines using your scoreboard, whatever scoreboard it's going to be, maybe it's your big score, your score master, completely up to you, but literally just following those pencil marks that we've popped in using our template, and you can see how beautifully that scores and folds. There's no cracking, there's no sort of creasing or tearing or puckering in any of those folds. They fold together. Isn't that look absolutely beautiful? It folds perfectly. It's going to give you that professional finish. And as we start to actually burnish those folds and just work out exactly where everything's going to sit, you can see it's going to fold together absolutely perfectly as well to create us that milk carton. But as we saw with that template, we do also have all of the mats and layers included, and this is where I'm going to bring in the 6x6 pad. So if I turn over the reverse of this cardstock, you can see it's exactly the same design that we've actually used for our mats and layers, but just because these are quite small mats and layers, they're only a couple of inches square, we want as much of that design shown as we possibly can. So I find that you're going to get the best result here by using that 6x6 pad for those smaller mats and layers, and it allows us to see a little bit more of that design. And that's the beauty of having both the 12x12, allowing you to create those larger scale projects like we've got here, and then the 6x6, ideal maybe for those smaller projects, but also for your matting and layering, which is exactly what we're using it for here. So it's just a case of having 4 cut down to exactly the same size and popping those onto the panels of our milk carton. Lovely shape of gift box or gift bag if you like this one. You can add maybe little treats in there. It's quite a cute shape for a new baby gift. Maybe it's going to be a little dummy that you're having in there. Maybe it's going to be a little pair of booties or a little hat. That will work perfectly. Or maybe you're going to change up the colourways. It's going to be suitable for Christmas. That choice is entirely yours. But how funky does this look? Using your Neon Dreams paper pads in your construction projects, they work an absolute treat because you've got that construction weight at 300 GSM, but then you've got that beautiful quality. So you can see it scores and folds like an absolute neon dream, so to speak.
Oh, so it does. Good one.
There you go. So that's all our mats and layers all done. What we've done is we've actually die cut a little tag that's going to go onto the closure. We've die cut a smaller one, and then our mat and layer is from our Neon Dreams. We've stamped our sentiment from our Cheers to You collection because we're actually going to decorate our box using the Cheers to You. So what I've done is I've taken a couple of these champagne glasses from one of your stamp and die sets. I've stamped those onto some of our Nina cardstock with our Pebble alcohol proof ink pad, and then we're just going to add a little bit of colour onto our champagne. So just going in with our gold brown blend just to pick out a few of the details onto that, just as that finishing touch. And we were talking earlier on I think this morning's show, it might be in this afternoon, who knows, as we say, time is absolutely flying by. We were talking about how these paper pads are a real investment in terms of your crafting because they're going to work with so many other items you've got in your crafty stash. I mean, just looking at the items that we've got on today's shows, I'm seeing so many of the collections that these paper pads are going to work alongside. So here, obviously, we're using it alongside our fantastic Cheers to You collection. In that last demonstration, we used the glitter pads alongside some of the items from our scattered corners and borders. They're designs that are not really specific. They're not for a particular occasion. They don't scream male, they don't scream female, they don't scream birthday or Christmas or any particular season. They are just those staple sort of designs that can be used for lots and lots of different occasions. And I love paper pads like that because it means you're going to get an awful lot of use from them and therefore an awful lot of value for money. And that's why I think it's definitely the way to go. If you possibly can stretch to it, to go for your Showstopper and then add in an extra of those paper pads if you possibly can. So I know if you're anything like me, you will be getting through an awful lot of these fantastic papers. And I do keep calling them papers, but as we know, they are definitely cardstock weight, with this one itself being 300 GSM, and then your other one, your glitter card, being 210 GSM. Still construction weight, still very much a cardstock. Now, just to finish this off, rather than leaving the glass white, we're going in with our ice blue blend, just with that lightest of the three colour tones, just to add that sort of reflective quality onto there to make it look like real glass rather than just white cardstock as it is at the moment. So let's just go in, not colouring all over that area, making sure we still leave some white, but just adding a little bit of the colour tone. I think we're going to add a tiny bit of shading using that mid-tone, perhaps just around the edges to add a little bit more depth and dimension, but very quick and easy to create your own embellishments to go on your gift bag just to finish it off. And once again, showing how everything is working together beautifully. So maybe you've already got your Cheers to You collection and you're thinking, do you know what, I think I need these paper pads to make that collection go even further, then absolutely you can see how perfectly they are going to work together. So that's our couple of little champagne glasses, all good to go. So at this point, let's bring in, of course, it's got to be a few foam pads. You know what I'm like for my foam pads. I always say a few foam pads and I end up adding on about 20. So it's going to be more than a few, but it does add your add that little bit of dimension to your makes, which I think makes them look that little bit more special, that little bit more professional. So let's have one onto that one and then another one onto the back of that. And let's just take our milk carton. Let's make sure we've got it the right way around. So that side is going to be the front side. So we're going to add our decoration onto there. So I'm thinking we might have them sort of a little bit of an angle like they're almost like they're saying cheers. I think that would be quite sweet. So let's go for that sort of design. So let's peel off our backing from that foam pad. Let's have that one on the left-hand side, and then the same with our other little champagne flute. I mean, it could be Prosecco if you want it to be. That choice is entirely yours. Let's have that on the right-hand side. I think I'm going to move that one on the left in ever so slightly. But you've got the ability to do that with your foam pads. You've got a moment's grace if you need to move that a little bit. Looks all right. I think we're just going to move that up so it's not overlapping the bottom when it's folded together. There we go. Then all it is a case of doing now is building our box together. So we're going to need some adhesive onto that strip there on that left-hand side. So let's bring out our red liner tape and we'll pop some adhesive onto that section there. And then we will need some on our box base in just a moment, but we'll stick our side together first and then we will pop our adhesive onto our box base to pop that together. So folding this up so that fold line, that tab that we've got there, is going to match up with the side of our box. And once we're happy that's in position, let's just burnish that down. And then it's going to be a case of, I mean, you could use sort of repositionable sort of adhesive onto your box base so that you can sort of open up that base. But here we're going to stick the base together. So let's pop a little bit of adhesive onto these two tabs onto here. So we're only going to need adhesive on those two, and then just on one of our sides of our box like so. Fold in our two smaller tabs, then let's just pop that tab on top like so. We need a little bit more adhesive onto this section here. So let's bring out our tape pen. Just for speed, I'm using my tape pen. It is still a really strong adhesive, but at home I would usually be going for my red liner tape, just because it is super, super strong. You know you're going to have that really firm grab onto your construction projects if you are using your red liner tape. And do of course check out the website for all of our tapes, adhesives and glues and whatever it might be to stick your projects together. Then just make sure you burnish that, so just pop your hand inside and making sure that's all nicely burnished. Then it's just a case of folding that together. You can see when you've got those diagonal score lines on the sides there, it folds together really quite neatly. Then all we're going to do to fasten it is we're going to take our pokey tool and we're just going to poke that through the centre. So just holding that together, do take care of your fingers here. You can of course use a hole punch if you have one of those in your crafty stash. That choice is yours if you find that a little bit easier. But here we're going to go in with our pokey tool, just sort of screwing that through, almost like a screwdriver if you like, until it comes out the other side, making that hole a little bit larger so it's big enough to pop our ribbon through. And this is where we're going to bring back our tag. Got a nice thin length of organza ribbon here. You could of course be using that ribbon that you get as part of that fantastic collection, that knitwear collection that we had a little look at earlier. That would work quite nicely. And I find as well, if you're struggling to thread your ribbon through, I just tend to use my pokey tool actually, and I find that works quite nicely to help me thread my ribbon through the holes like we've got here. So into that front section, and then we're just going to thread it through to the back section of our little milk carton. Just follow that through like so. Make sure it's nice and tight. Once we're happy with that, that it's tight enough, we've got our little ribbon tails nice and even. Let's go ahead. This is where of course we go all fingers and thumbs. So let's see how good I am at tying a bow now. Let's tie this into a little bow to finish it off. Ooh, have I cut my ribbon too short? We shall find out. You could be adding a little decorative clip or decorative peg onto the top of here if you so choose. I know Violet Studios has bought us some lovely pegs in the past. You could absolutely be using that if you don't want to sort of poke the hole through and you don't want to actually thread your ribbon through. That choice is entirely yours. Let's go again. Let's tie this. Come on now, Lily. All fingers and thumbs. 7:20 on a Saturday night.
It's those nails that Rachel's loving.
Well, do you know what it might be? They do not help.
The show of the day, your nails.
Well, it's funny because they help for certain things, but tying ribbon bows, they are not too good for at all, especially when you're as tight as me and you don't cut quite enough ribbon, but I think we have got just about enough. Let's neaten that up as well. So we've got our ribbon tails and our ribbon loops nice and even. Once I'm happy with those, let's make that one a little bit shorter, I think. All we're going to do to finish off is I like to just cut the ends of our ribbon into a little bit of a slant. I think gives you a really nice finishing touch, really nice professional look onto there. And that's going to finish off really quite a simple project, but showing how amazingly well those fantastic Neon Dream paper pads, how you can score and construct with them, use them for your mats and layers as well, but then also bring in the elements from that fantastic Cheers to You collection, and you can start to see how beautifully absolutely everything is working together.
Brilliant. Thank you for that one, Lily. How fab is that? What a great way to use, of course, the paper pads that you can see just there, the ombre glitter and the Neon Dreams. You want to go for them, that's a Showstopper, so it's all 4 pads plus the Showstopper of your 2 paper files, and of course all of that cardstock that I've showed you throughout the day. £65 or $83, but then you've got your platinum price at £52 or $66.40. Taking into account this weekend, you're going to of course use that code, which is Club Inspire, so that's going to give you a further 5% off your platinum price or whatever Club Inspire level price you are paying. Triple points as well. Now, a couple of you spied those little champagne glasses and you wonder where they came from. They came from Cheers to You. So this is our brand new collection that just launched on Tuesday past with Ben and Debbie. So popular. What I would say is, by looking at it, if you are thinking about it, if you're still on the fence, Don't know how much longer this is going to last because it has been really, really popular all throughout the week. So just take that into account. But this is your Cheers to You collection. We do have a bonus buy that I'll go over in a moment. But when it comes to the full Showstopper collection, £70 or $89. You're going to be platinum at £56 or $71.20. As I said before, put in your Club Inspire code in. That means you're going to get a further 5% on top of that off. And you're going to get the triple points. So that's going to be giving you your 12 by 12 paper pad, double-sided, 48 sheets, 180 GSM. So it's a substantial weight paper. So you've got your plaids, you've got your confetti, you've got your chevrons, you've got your stripes as well. You've then got your dots, you've got your stars, your triangles, polka dots. You've then got your plaids, your paper pad. I was about to say paper pad, plaid lads. The plaids and the tartans, the polka dots, you've got your woodwork, all of these different colours, different ways, absolutely beautiful. That's your 12 by 12. Now you want to get the exact same images and the exact same amount but within the 6 by 6. It's just been shrunk down, so you're going to get that. You're going to get these two super fab edgeables. Now Lily used that one within our demonstration first thing this morning in Play Your Crafts Right, and then you're also going to get another one with the beer and the goblet that you can see there. Not only that, you're then going to be getting your champagne glass and the flute. You're going to get the stamp, you're going to get the die, you're going to get the sentiments to go with them. You're going to get time to wine, so that is your wine glass. It's also your wine bottle, stamp die, so that could be white, rosy, or of course, it could be your red. Sentiments to go with it. And then your cocktails or your mocktails, stamping the dies as well, also with your quirky sentiments to go alongside. You've then got whiskey business. So you've got your whiskey that you can see there. It could be, of course, in conjunction with the sentiments that you've got. Bourbon, that was the other word I was trying to think of. Your whiskey or your bourbon, you've got that. And then you're also then going to be getting your beer glass and your beer bottle with the stamp, the die, and the sentiment as well. So that is what is your Showstopper, £70 or $89. Platinum, £56, $71.20. Now, if you want to go for that, you can absolutely do that. You're going to get your extra 5% off at checkout with the code, and you're going to get the triple points. What most of you are doing is the bonus buy. So the bonus buy, what that consists of, meaning put that Showstopper into your basket, and then what to do is put the paper pad bundle into your basket. So if you want to go for just these two paper pads, you can absolutely do that, and you can get that today for £20 or $29. So that's £20 or $29 for just these two. Now, if you want them as half price within your Showstopper, pop the Showstopper in your basket, pop these in your basket as well. You'll then get them for £10 or $14.50, which will then mean your Showstopper bonus buy will come to £80 or $103.50. That is at today's price. That's even before you take off your Club Inspire and your 5% extra. Still going to get your triple points as well. So you've got that option there. If you want to go individuals, you can do. If you want the Showstopper on its own, which I just showed you there, you can do. But if you want the Showstopper with the bonus buy, which essentially will give you two 12 by 12, two 6 by 6s, then of course you can do that by taking advantage of the paper pads at half price. Now you can't say, well, I want the paper pads and I just want them at half price. Doesn't work like that. They are full price at £20 or $29 for them, but if you pop them into your Showstopper, you'll then get that set for half price. So that's how it works. So, if you got all that, what we're going to do is we're going to give you the opportunity to go and check out your basket. Myself, Lily, Charlotte, Dean and Jake will be back just in a couple of minutes, as well as Rachel, once you've checked out your basket.
We get to know people from places and walks of life that we wouldn't come across in our everyday life if it wasn't for Crafters TV and doing what we do.
I got so many lovely comments from people when I started doing the presenting, and it was just really such a lovely feeling. And it's nice that people keep messaging in. You know, we see the same people. We know you can build up that kind of relationship with those people. So it's just the fact that people like what we do and they're pleased. And I do love it when people send us photographs of the items that they've made.
We talk about customers, but really they go in as a customer, come out as a friend. The support that I get is amazing. The messages I get are amazing.
Me personally, it is personal interaction. I've never had the best of health. I've always been open about that with our viewers at Crafters TV. So many people are in the same situation as me health-wise. Other people have got a completely different health issues. They understand and they relate to what I'm going through, what others are going through. So whether we interact on a crafting basis or whether we interact on a health basis, a personal basis, we're all there to support one another. It is incredible.
The reaction of viewers when they come to meet us is worth all of the early mornings when we have to get up for our early morning shows.
Some of the customers come on as craft ambassadors and things like that, craft along with us, and being able to actually chat with them on air. I love it. I really love that connection with them.
We've had lots of shows where we've done like craft alongs, especially where we've had viewers craft along with us. We had a particular viewer, Joy, who joined us once before, and she literally made me cry on air, and Joe, because the things she said about us, it really was quite humbling that there are people out there that watch us and invite us into their living rooms and really treat us like family. Many of our viewers bring up time and time again, and that's our wax seal gate.
Thinking, Joe, it might not work as well because I've put too much. Oh, I've forgotten to put me thing in place. Because I have a way of words that I think that doesn't engage with that and can come out all wrong. Water.
That wasn't the one you just washed your brush in, was it?
Sorry. Yes, but it doesn't matter.
No, it wasn't, was it? It was. Are you kidding?
I'm going to have to say, it's a slip of the tongue. I'm going to say it's maybe to do with my Scottish accent. I'm maybe going to say it's because of Mr. Ben Mosby. He is, well, yeah, he doesn't help matters.
I've made pots that have exploded when I fired them. I've done zips in inside out. It happens to everybody.
We've all spilt our glitter all over our project or knocked the water over.
You're right.
I've just noticed I've got my dress on inside out.
So I was messing about doing some backgrounds with the sparkling, took the lid off it and managed to catch the pot somehow, and the whole thing came towards me, down my front, across my lap, onto the floor.
I went to reach for the water and, you know, do the tapping with the and so there was less tapping and more sort of a tsunami.
I've got some.
Feels like ages since I've seen Michelle, ages since I've seen Jan, although I was in the office the other day when Jan was in with Debbie, although I didn't quite see her because I was in the office doing my work, Jan was coming back and forward, so I didn't quite see her. So it's funny, we'll have the ones that we seem to see quite often and then some that we don't, and then it'll switch. Give it another couple of weeks, I'll see Jan and Michelle quite a lot, and then maybe like Debbie and that I won't see as much. So it's just ships that pass in the night, so to speak. Who I did see the other day, and I absolutely always adore being with her and getting to work with her, and that is Sheena. And Sheena was in and she was launching the Floral collage stamp set, which I actually purchased myself. I was in that absolute awe of what she'd done. And you can do that, you can go for the Showstopper collection. What I'm going to do just quickly is I'm going to show you some finished samples to give you an idea of what you can be doing. And by showing you the samples first, please don't be daunted if you haven't seen these before. I know at first take it could be like, oh, I couldn't do that. I would urge you to go and have a look. Go back and have a look on Wednesday on our YouTube 24/7 service now, or even our website, and see what Sheena done. Sheena was in all day demonstrating. Leanne was on the first two shows with her, and then I took over for the last show. And it really, really is simple to get the depth, because you get the mask included as well. And it's a really, really strong mask. It's not a paper mask that's then going to wear and tear after a while, that you'll see just shortly. So whether you want to go with the embellishment stamps, your inks, you can go in with all your different Harmony inks if you want to. I'll show you one more before I show you what you're going to be getting. So that is just some of the ideas and inspirations. If you go into Facebook, join Sheena's Inkette group, you're going to get lots more. But when it comes to the Showstopper deal, it consists of all of these stamp sets here. So the brand new just launched on Wednesday, and with that one there, you're going to get a variety of, for instance, this one's your peony. Now what you are going to get is your substantial size peony floral stamp. Now you're going to get all these embellishment detail stamps to go with it, but when it comes to the floral, you're going to get a mask as well. So essentially, you've heard us talk about our masket roll where you stamp and then cut around. That same form, but it's a thicker material, so therefore it's not going to tear or anything like that, and then that fits perfectly over the top for you to do your masking techniques. You're going to get my favourite one that I can never say. You're then also going to be getting your daisies. And I love the way that that's coloured. You wouldn't necessarily straight away think it's daisies. As much as my favourite are peonies, the rose within this one is absolutely off the scale. Now you don't need to use the mask stencil if you don't want to. You can use them as standalone, but then you're also then going to be getting the sunflower. Not only that, you're going to be getting all of these sentiments as well. I adore these sentiments, these block sentiments, so you can start to then create your own little sentiment, or just stamp them, cut them, and then layer them up. That is the brand new launch that just launched there on Wednesday. Now the Showstopper also consists of your 2 clear rocker blocks. Now these were produced a while back for Sheena, and these are see-through. Exactly the same as our purple. They are rocker blocks, they're just see-through. You're also then going to be getting your 3-pack of your clear sparkle overlay, and then you're also going to get your 20 sheets, 9x12, 300 GSM premium watercolour cardstock. All of that is what you're going to be getting for £50, $70. You got that at platinum price of £40 or $56. Of course, you're going to get your extra 5% off at checkout when you put in Club Inspire, and you're going to get your triple points. To put it into context, your cardstock, your rocker blocks, and your clear sparkle overlay. For these ones, what you would be is, you would be $36.97, or for you guys stateside, $48.97. That's what you would be for those. But when it comes to that Showstopper bundle altogether, it essentially works out that you're going to be getting these for £15 or $25. So that's another way of thinking of it. Either way, the value of all of that at your Showstopper is phenomenal. £50, $70, you see that saving there. You're saving $24.91 or $28.67 at that platinum price. Taking off that additional 5 at checkout with your promo code, you're going to get your double points as well. Beautiful stamps, Lily. Who doesn't love florals? But the collection with that stamp, that mask as well.
Yeah,
Brilliant.
absolutely. It makes our crafting so easy, and to achieve those really professional looking results that you first look at and think, there's no way I can do that. That addition of that mask makes it super, super simple. But for this demonstration, we're going to keep it quite quick, quite easy, the sort of thing that you can do straight away when you get these stamps and masks home. So all we've done to start with is we've taken a piece of our watercolour card, and we've just stamped out our peony from the Perfect Peony using some of our waterproof ink pad onto there. Yeah, that's our lovely black colourway. And all we've got is we've got our mask from that same set. I've just sprayed the reverse using some of our stick and spray, which is our repositionable adhesive. It's just going to hold it into position while we do a little bit of masking. So making sure that is held down into position. Then let's start off with some of our inks. So let's go in with some lovely greeny blue sort of tones for our background, almost like a lovely sky, if you like, behind our beautiful flower. So working in circular motions, as always, when it comes to any of our inking and blending techniques, we're starting off with our ocean blue. So let's start to start to build up that colour. Nothing hard at all. If ever you've inked the edges of your cardstock, then you've done this technique already. So it literally is nothing new, nothing artistic, just a technique that we're all used to doing an awful lot with our crafting. Then let's mix it up a little bit. Let's bring in some more green tones. So let's go in with our green topaz. So taking our blending tool, let's just go around the edges. We're going to start to work that colour inwards a little bit more as we go, but we're going to start off with inking the edges more than anything. So let's go in and get the detail around the edges. So we're starting to build up that colour. It doesn't look like an awful lot of colour to start with, but it's one of those, when you remove the mask, it's like that big reveal, and it tends to be a lot more striking. There tends to be a lot more contrast when you actually remove that mask from the stamp design. So I'm sort of avoiding that centre section a little bit more to start with, just because we might actually go in with our finger dauber when it comes to those middle sections, just to make sure that we get into all that fine detail. Next, let's go in with our parakeet. So more of a tealy sort of colour tone. Not being sort of specific in terms of where I'm adding these colours. I'm just wanting to build up a background, build up all those colour tones to give me that backdrop against our flower. Now we've got plenty of colour now, I think, around the edges. We've built that colour up quite nicely, creating almost like a little bit of a vignette, if you like. So what we're going to do at this point is we're going to go in with some of our finger daubers. So here I've got my little finger dauber. Not sure if we've got these in stock over on the website, but I know a lot of you guys at home will have these in your crafty stashes already. And all we're going to do is going to bring back in some of that colour just around the very edge of our flower to make sure that we're going to frame that stamped image nicely. We've got the colour around the very edge of our cardstock. We've also got the colour in the centre just around your flower. I mean, you can be more technical, you can be a bit more clever, add a little bit more colour around here so it's almost like a drop shadow, but we're going to keep it very back to basics with these. So if you've never done this sort of technique before, this is the sort of thing you can absolutely be doing when you get these fantastic stamps and masks home. So I think that's about enough around the flower there. Then just to frame it even more, I want to create more of a vignette around the edge of our cardstock. When we talk about a vignette, all that means really is having it darker around the very edge of our piece of cardstock. It's a technique that they use quite a lot in photography. So if you are familiar with a lot of photography techniques, you might be familiar with our vignette sort of effect. So let's go in with our midnight. Just around the very, very edges, just inking those edges of our cardstock to start to tie the eye into the centre even more. It's going to create that extra little bit of depth and drama onto there. So I think I'm happy with that. At this point, this is where we are going to bring in a few of the stamps, I think, from the collection. So all we're going to do is let's bring in some of the stamps that we've got in this peony set. And you want to use one of my favourite techniques. Very, very technical, this one. It's called Lilly's Stamp in Hand technique. No block needed, just literally inking up that stamp, using one of my water reactive inks just because I don't want a really heavy image. I don't want that crisp stamped image. And I'm literally just going to press that stamp down just to get a little bit of a suggestion of colour, a little bit of a suggestion of design onto there. I don't want that full stamped image. I literally just want a little bit of a suggestion. I'm going to go a multiple stamp all over this piece. So second generation, I'm going to go in with third generation, literally just until that ink has run out to add that little extra bit of detail, that little extra bit of interest, but not that full design, not that full flourish onto our finished project. So literally just cleaning the ink off my stamp now, and then let's go in with another of our lovely designs. This time let's mix up our colourway. So there we were using our midnight. Now we're going to go in with our green topaz. Same sort of idea. Let's pick our stamp up in our hand and then just stamp over. And we don't need to worry about stamping over our mask because we know any area that's sort of protruding over that mask, what's going to happen is when we remove our mask, we won't see that anymore. So we've got that masked area which is going to stay nice and crisp. So get a little bit of that flourish onto there with our green topaz, and then I think finally let's go in with our key, and just to finish that off, let's go in with perhaps our parakeet for this one. So it's all the same ink pad colours as I've actually been using for that main inking. We're using the same colours when it comes to our stamping here. So again, just sort of ghost images. I'm not wanting to get that perfect design onto there. I'm just wanting to add that little bit of a mixed media sort of interest, but super easy to do this. Literally, I'm picking up a stamp in my hand and I'm stamping multiple times. It genuinely could not be easier. So there we go. I think that will do in terms of our stamping. So let's leave that to one side for a moment, and then at this point we're actually going to bring that mask off. So this is the big reveal. All you need to do, just peel that back, and you can see you've got that lovely masked design. You've got your peony in the centre in the nice clean white with that stamped image, and then you've got your design all around the edge. Now for a little bit more interest, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some water, just ordinary water from the tap, paintbrush, then we're just going to flick onto our cardstock. This really is crafting on the hoof. This is literally just having a little bit of a play, but let's start to add a bit of water onto there so we get that interest, that faux bleaching effect. And then all we're going to do is let's take a piece of kitchen towel and then let's just dab off the water, and that's going to bleach away some of the ink that we've got underneath, and that adds even more interest onto that piece. Now let's go ahead and start to colour some of this flower. So let's go in with some of our tricolour aquas. I believe we had these on an offer over on the website. I'm not sure if we've still got them in stock, but our tricolour aquas, I'm going in with our bright floral to start with. And I'm not going to do a lot of painting here. I'm not going to add a lot of colour on. I just want to have that subtle little touch of colour onto my peony. I want it to be more about the background than the foreground. So we're just going to add that subtle blush of pink onto there. All I'm doing the technique that I always use when I am painting with any sort of water-based medium that's coming from a pen like our aqua pens. I'm dabbing that pen colour, that ink onto my glass mat, and then I'm just picking up that colour using my paintbrush, just a damp paintbrush. It doesn't need to be absolutely soaking wet to start to get that colour and to start to build up that depth and dimension. You can go in with the colour directly from the pen. That's going to give you a more heavy sort of effect. It's going to give you that deeper colour. It can sometimes be a little bit more tricky to blend that out, but you can still absolutely bring that water in to start to blend that colour tone out. The colour we're going with here is our Tulip. Beautiful pinky colour tone, but I mean, you get peonies in so many different colours, so of course you could be mixing up this colourway if you so choose. Then let's just go back in with our water and start to blend that out a little bit more, just like so. And then we're going to go on to do our leaves. So for this one, let's use another of our pens from our Tricolour Aquas. Let's go in with our Sage. This one is from our Botanic Natural. Same sort of technique once again. We're going to pop some of our ink onto our mat, and then let's just paint out these leaves. So I'm not being really precise. Of course, you can take a lot more time and a lot more care when you're crafting at home, but just to give you an idea of the sorts of techniques that you can do when you get these stamps and masks home, literally straight out the packet. Nothing technical, nothing that you need a lot of training. You don't need to be skilled at colouring. That's the beauty of the style of this sort of artwork. It lends itself to that sketchy, that watercoloured style. You're not having to be precise. You're not having to stay within the lines even. Just have that flow-freeing sort of effect onto here. And it looks very arty, very much like you've spent a lot more time than you actually have, which is definitely always a good thing, especially when we're strapped for time, as we are on this show. I know we're fast approaching the end of this show. Is absolutely flown by, but I just want to finish this off and show you the technique that we can get. Then if you want to go in and add a little bit more detail, add a little bit more depth, then of course you can go directly from the pen if you so choose. So let's go in and add a little bit more of that green to the centre of our stems. Where we've got the veins there, it will be a little bit darker. Then down the middle of our vines there, then let's just add a little bit more into the top there, just to finish it off. Of course, like I say, you can spend a lot more time on all that shading, on all that light and shade, but using your Tricolour Aquas, it's very easy to build up that dimension and build up that shade onto your floral. Now, of course, take more time, add more details, add more layers, dry in between each layer, but all we're going to do is going to lay this onto our card just to finish it off. So because we stamped our image in black ink onto our watercolour card, we're going to add in a black matten layer. That's going to make all those beautiful colourways that we've got onto our background here really pop. So just a thin 1/4 inch matten layer onto there, and then finally we're going to pop this onto our card. So once again, our card's about a 1/4 inch larger, using our white multi-purpose card to create our card base. So let's line that up and pop that onto there. And then of course, as a finishing touch, we're going to have to use some of those fantastic sentiments that you're getting included as part of the collection. We're going to go for You Are Wonderful. So let's go in first with our Wonderful. Let's have that on that bottom right hand side. So all I've done is I've stamped these onto some of our multi-purpose card, and then I've just fussy cut them out. I find they work better actually, these, if you cut them out by hand. You don't want them really to have straight edges if you use your guillotine, so I would definitely recommend just cut them out by hand. Don't worry if they're ever so slightly sort of wonky or misshapen. That does very much add to the effect. It adds to the style of this sort of project. And all we've gone for is You Are Wonderful. How cute is that? Just a quick little card using some of the elements from that fantastic Floral collage stamp collection. Very quick, very easy, very simple, but that's the sort of thing you guys at home can create as soon as you get these fantastic stamps and masks home.
Absolutely stunning. What a great technique. What a way to create a really striking card, but very simple as well. You can do that with any of them, all 5 sets, of course, including that sentiment step. Let's quickly go through this before we go back to Lily and we start our demo of the show vote, where you can be going to be getting all of these ones within the Floral collage stamp Showstopper. You're going to be getting the sunflower, you're going to be getting the rose, you're going to get the daisy, you're then going to get the and then you're also then going to be getting the peonies as well. So each of these you get the substantial floral stamp and all the embellishment stamp, and then you get a mask to go with them as well. You're going to get all of the sentiments, the ones that Lily was just using, just a couple of them a minute ago. So that's what consists of all of the brand new items that launched. But within the Showstopper, what you're also then going to be getting is 3 packs of your clear sparkle overlay. You're then going to be getting your clear rocker blocks, which were produced a while back just for Sheena. And you're also then going to be getting your 9x12, 300 GSM, 20 sheets of your premium watercolour card. All of that is £50, $70, or for you guys platinum, £40 or $56, taking into account your additional 5% by popping in Club Inspire at checkout. You're then going to get an additional 5% off, plus you're going to get your double points. Just to say as well, when it comes to these 3 alone, you would have been $36.97 or $48.97 for just that. But when it comes to the combined price within the Showstopper, essentially when you tally it all up, it works out that you're getting these ones for £15 or $25. Even if you've got all of them, they're all ones that you'll still be using more of. So good Showstopper there. So all of that, as I say, is you're going to find, as well as everything else, across on the website, .co.uk.com or .eu. Right, let's get started with the first vote of this show. That is, of course, demo of this show.
Absolutely. So what's it going to be? You've got 3 different options to choose for on this show. First up, we created our box using both those scattered corners and border dies, and then also that ombre glitter card as well. That's demo number 1. Next up, really cute, dinky little milk carton gift bag for demo number 2, using both the Neon Dreams and the Cheers to You. And then finally, something a little bit different, nice and quick and easy, simple card using those floral collage stamps and masks. That's demo number 3. So 1, 2 or 3, totally up to you guys at home. Get those votes in.
Right, you've heard me say in the past, when it comes to certain collections, certain bags, certain mystery bags, it is absolutely ridiculous, the value. This is ridiculous, the value that we're ready to show you here. This is your Club Inspire party bag, packed full of dies, stencils, stamps, cards, and so much more. Everything I'm going to show you is £50 or $60. You're saving £107.24, or for you guys stateside, you're going to be saving $145.60. Therefore, your platinum price is going to come down to £40 or $48, minus that additional 5% at checkout with Club Inspire and your triple points. So keeping in account today's price, let's look at today's price, £50, $60. You're going to be getting your Spectrum Noir Academy of Colour Duo pens. You're getting that. That is worth £48.87 or $65.43. Again, look at your price on the screen, right? Everything else, you're essentially paying £1.13 or $5.43 for everything else. That includes your self-healing cutting mat. That also includes my favourite 12x12 paper pad. That also includes your Love Heart stencils. That's 3 stencils there. That also includes Spots and Dots stencil. 3 of them in there. That also includes Violet Studios. That is your, I was about to say poppadoms, not poppadoms, pom-poms.
That's something entirely different, Craig, but yeah, very nice.
Oh, getting to the end of the day. Definitely not poppadoms, but these are your pom-poms you're also getting as well. Your Precious Camellias, now I've never seen that 3D embossing folder. That's included within that small price. You're going to get that floral stamp and die. You're going to get 2 die sets from your Gemini Mini. You're also going to get your wedding invitation from your Garden of Love, Sarah's signature. You're also then going to be getting your Home for Christmas card making kit. You're also then going to be getting, if that wasn't enough, your dual colour tipped pencils. That's in there. And also from the Gemini Mini, your numbers. So, put that into context again. You're paying £50, $60. That alone is worth £48.87 or $65.43. You're getting everything else here for £1.13 or $5.44. All of that. Your dual pencils, card making kit, you've got your mini dies, your floral stamping dies, 3D embossing folders, your pom-poms, more mini dies. You're then getting your Spots and Dots stencils, Love Hearts, 12x12, self-healing cutting mat for £1.13 or $5.43. And that's just going against the today's price. If we go at the platinum price, you're paying £40, $48 before your 5% discount extra, and the cute characters is £48.87 or $65.43. I mean, isn't that crazy? Absolutely crazy. The most ridiculous, bonkers box of goodies that I've ever seen. £50, $60. You're going to get all of that for £40, $48. If you then, of course, put Club Inspire at checkout, that's then going to give you a further 5% off as well. And you're going to get your triple points as well. And you're going to get your badge as well. So all of that is across on the website. And then we've got another bag that we're going to look at right now with Lily.
We certainly are, and this is another amazing value for money goodie bag. This is all about your Sarah Signature collections as well. So we've taken some of our favourites of the Sarah Signature collections that we've brought to you over the years. We've given you sort of a little sample of lots of different collections. We've placed them all in this fantastic favour box for an amazing price. When I say amazing price, platinum price, for all of this I'm about to show you is just £20 or $28. Of course, take off that extra 5% with that code Club Inspire, and then as well you will be getting your free gift and your triple points as well. So if you tuned into this morning's wake-up call, you might remember that demonstration that we did using the ombre glitter pads and this fantastic die. This comes to us as part of that Dancing Dragonfly range. This is the Water Lily frame. Beautiful set of dies, 3 dies in total. Next up we have our Perfect Peony, this time part of the Country Lane collection. You're getting 6 beautiful dies in there, all your florals, all those different layers and the sizes, and your leaves as well. The way it works out as part of this bundle, you're paying for these 2, and everything else that I'm about to show you effectively comes to you for absolutely nothing. So get ready for everything you're basically not paying for, which is amazing, because we start off with our mystical frames from our Sarah Signature Enchanted Dreams, and look at the size of these dies. They're absolutely huge. You're getting all those different layers. They can be for your sentiments with the smaller ones. It could be for those layering sort of frames that you're using. And then finally, those larger ones can actually be your card base itself. They are that large scale. 5 different dies in there, and you're not paying for that one as part of this deal. Next up, a beautiful embossing folder that was part of the Garden Party range. It's that beautiful vintage parasol. You've got all that detail in there. Bring out your inks, bring out all your gilding waxes, all your pastes and your sprays, and it's going to look absolutely beautiful. Next up, from our Sarah Signature Say It With Flowers collection, it was that massive range that we brought you as part of last year's birthday celebrations. Here we have our Dearest Friend sentiment die, not just the sentiment itself, but actually that matte and layer die as well. It allows you to do all those effects like your apertures, it could be shaped cards, it could be gift tags. You've got lots of scope by having that additional matte and layer die. And then finally, we're talking embellishments here with our fantastic lace, 2 meters in total. It was part of the vintage butterfly collection. You've got all that beautiful sort of cream off-white lace featuring that gorgeous butterfly design. All of those items are coming to you for absolutely nothing when you just pay for these 2 absolutely beautiful items. So amazing value for money at just £20 or $28. Amazing, love that one.
It really, really is. Right, let's get demo of the day done. We've only got about 6 minutes to go. So the result of demo of the show, Lily, it is number 1.
Number 1. There it is. Yep. There it is. I shall bring it over and then we'll pop it into vote for demo of the day.
Excellent.
So there we go.
Have you got your other cards there? Oh, they're over here. I'm just going to quickly lean over here and get them. There we are. Right, here we are. So let's bring these ones. That was the middle show, wasn't it? There we go. That's that one, and that one. 3 stunning, stunning cards and boxes to choose from. What one is it going to be? Is it going to be number 1 from Play Your Craft, right? Number 2 from our first masterclass, or number 3 within, of course, this show here? 1, 2 or 3. You literally have a minute or so to get your votes in, and Rachel will feed that through before we end the show. Right, we've got time to at least show you one last thing here that I've got here. This one here is our favourite box here. Now, when it comes to the value of this one here, you're going to be in total £25. £25 or $35. Platinum price £20 or $28. Keeping in mind, you're going to then take off your further 5%. You're going to be getting your Sandstorm. So that one there, it is your quick dry. So you're going to be getting your quick dry, and then you're also then going to be getting your tri blends. Now, essentially, that is covering the cost that you can see here. So you're just going to be a little bit more. That's essentially covering the cost of it all. What you're then going to be getting for no additional cost is your Gilding Flakes. you're going to be getting your Gildan flakes. You can see these ones here are your blush, 50-gram tubs within each of these ones here, 3 colours. That's coming to you essentially for free. And then also your turquoise pens as well. These are your turquoise, they are your turquoise, but they are your classic pens. Chisel nib on one side, bullet nib on the other, alcohol based, and do all your blending and colouring. First 3 shades work together, last 3 shades work together, but you can use all 3 together. Blend absolutely beautifully. Use your alcohol proof ink pad and also use your Nina cardstock for the absolute best result. So essentially that's what you're paying for, your tri-blends and your quick dry, and then you're going to be getting your classic 6-pack and your 3-pack of your Gildan flakes for free. $25.35, you're going to be your platinum of £20 or $28. Once you're at checkout, of course, pop in your code Club Inspire. That's going to take a further 5% off. Not only that, it's then going to give you your triple points too. And if you've not already got your badge, you're then going to get that as well. So, result is in number 1, number 2, or is it number 3? The result is in, and the one that's going to be going through to demo of the week tomorrow with Ben and Debbie, number 2.
They called it in the gallery,
They
unless
did
they
indeed.
saw the answers already and was cheating.
They
But, there we go.
absolutely did. Number 2 is your demo of the show. So that's going to go up against Debbie's and Sheena's and Sarah's and Jan's. Absolutely exceptional ones to be going through. Phenomenal, Lily. What a creative day. Thank you so much.
you.
Absolutely love seeing what you've made, and everyone's absolutely loved seeing you on that side again, and also seeing what you've been making. It's been fab.
It has. I've very much enjoyed it. And do you know what? We're going to do it all again on Tuesday night. Myself and Craig back together Tuesday night for launch party. Launch party, we do always feature those launches that we've had in the past week or
We
so.
do.
But we've got something a little bit more special coming up on Tuesday night, because we've actually got our brand new launch. I know, I'm super excited. I'm launching the foil transfers. I don't know if I should have said that with it being a few days away, but do you know what? It's a Saturday night. I've said it, so you're going to need to make sure that you tune in on Tuesday. It's Craig and Sarah for the first 2 shows. Sarah's got her own amazing launch coming to you at 3 p.m. UK time. But like I say, launch party, lots of amazing products that you might have missed out on the past week or so, but also that brand new launch as well of those foil transfers. So I really hope you can join myself and Craig for that one again, because I know it's going to be a super fun show, and it's always lovely to have all of your company at home. So a big thank you to everyone who's tuning in throughout the day, and hopefully you've got yourself a bargain, got yourself some new crafty goodies, and hopefully we've provided a little bit of inspiration, maybe a little giggle as well along the way too. So thank you for your company. It's been fabulous.
That is not it though for our Club Inspire weekend. You've got one last day to go. That is of course tomorrow with Ben and Debbie. They're going to be here all day tomorrow. We've got a first look at our brand new outline embossing folders. These are super, super cool. Looking forward to seeing what Debbie does with those, one ahead of the launch on Monday. It's myself and Debbie on Monday. I'm on this side, Debbie's on that side. And as Lily said, of course, it's myself and Sarah for the first 2 shows on Tuesday, and then myself and Lily again for the last show on Tuesday. Massive thank you to Victoria earlier on today. Thank you so much to Rachel. We've had Jake all day today. We've had Dean, we've had Charlotte, and of course we've had Lily. Same team again tomorrow. Apart from myself and Lily, it's going to be Ben and Debbie. As I say, make sure that you tune in and join in. Please do make sure as well after the show, either go back and watch on 24/7 and take advantage of our Club Inspire event. If you've not joined in, then you're not too late. You can absolutely head across to the website, whether it's .co.uk.com or .eu. Just go up to the top, you're going to see Club Inspire, completely free to join, but then you can reap in, and you can reap in all the benefits, is what I'm trying to say, of course. So lots and lots going on tomorrow. Make sure you tune in, the guys. I will see you again on Monday with Debbie before seeing you again on Tuesday. Have a lovely rest of the weekend. We'll see you then.